we understood yesterday. Like if we'll follow from the beginning, that means earlier. So whenever you have some data there, that means some transactions are there. Okay, so some transactions are posted. So what we will do this transaction, or where it will be there, it is going to store in your database. So that we are saying that it is our OLTP system. OLTP system is nothing but where regularly the users are going to work. So this may be one ECC application, this may be CRM, this may be any other application, PeopleSoft, anything. So that is your application, or that is where the users are going to work. So where it is going to store. So all transactions are going to store here. Or simply you can say this is our replication of data. Then this data we need to bring into for analysis purpose. So we need to do the analysis. For the analysis purpose, this data we need to replicate to OLAP system or BW system. Product name BW, but this is actually it is data warehousing. So this is our OLAP system, and here we are going to do the analysis. Here we are going to do the analysis. So the transaction, and here it is analysis. Okay, suppose I want to analyze any report. So that we are going to do here in the BW system. So this is your OLAP system, and this is your transaction where day-to-day recordings will be posted. Now, what are the impacts if we are going to follow this way? So here the decisions and the actions on your old data, because you can see transaction posted here, then we need to extract the data, and then we will do the analysis here. So decisions on the basis of your old data. Then multiple copies of data will be generated. So the transactions once posted here, then it will be copied or extracted, or ETL we have to do. So that is multiple copies of data. Then the process of ETL, batch processing, will be there. So for that we need another application, we need the resources for that. So these are the old concept, old process. Now SAP said that we are going to provide you one single system. So in one single system, these transactions, this is old approach. Now new approach is these are our transactions, and we will have one common database. So we will have a common database for both OLTP and OLAP. Keep in mute mode. Okay, so your transactions will be posted here, and the data is available in one single system. That is what we are saying, that HANA system, HANA database. So that is your OLTP and OLAP, and now we can do the analysis. Now, what is the benefit here? Instant information. So we have, the moment the transactions are posted, the transactions are available for your operation purpose and for analysis purpose. One copy of data, multiple copies will not be there. No ETL process. Okay, so if any customer, for example, let's say customer currently they are in this old system and they want to migrate to this system, suppose from old to new system. They don't want any upgradation in the application point of view. They want to use the old application. Is it possible or not possible? It is possible. Okay, so earlier their system was, so this is their system. Here they are using the SAP ECC. That means that is your application or ERP. Okay, and the database is Oracle. Now what they want, they want to upgrade the HANA database, but after upgradation they don't want to change the application, because this application still is there. SAP is supporting this application till 2025. So they are waiting that once the support will be SAP will not support, then maybe we will upgrade that time. Okay, so is it possible? It is possible. They are just going to do the technical migration from Oracle to HANA database, and after that they will continue with same ACC. So in this case, what is the benefit? If any customer will migrate like this, so what will be the benefit? They don't have any benefit from the software point of view, because whatever the old functions are there, now also it will be there. Okay, so all your old tables also available here. That yesterday we discussed about all these index tables. So those tables, these tables will be there because they have not upgraded the software. If they will upgrade the software, maybe then different table will be there or new functions will be there. Reconciliation will not be there, all the benefits. But if customer is saying that we will continue with like this, some extent benefits will be there as this is a advanced database. So definitely performance will be better here. Okay, because here it is in memory platform. So performance definitely it will be better. Plus the same database can be used for both your OLTP and OLAP. That means it can be used for SAP ECC and this can be used for BW. Okay, so having the common database for both the applications. Now that when the transaction will be posted, the transaction is available here. And for analysis point of view also, the transaction is available. So that is the meaning of no copies of data. Earlier what happened, we have to maintain a separate system. Now we are just one common database. With this common database, single copy of data or one data set is there, and that is available for your transaction purpose and for analysis purpose. Okay, so as a result, your data volume is going to reduced. So I gave one example yesterday. If your traditional database 593 GB. So once we are going to upgrade the database, so that means we are going to compress the data. Okay, and we don't have the duplicate data. Duplicate data in the, when I'm saying duplicate data will not be there, don't think that internally duplicate data will not be there. So internally submodule wise, it will be there. Only thing is we are going to merge two systems. So here it will not like once here and here. This one will not be there. That we are going to merge together. So that can be avoidable. So now we are having, if only customer who is going to migrate from a migration hardware point of view, that means from old database to HANA database, then this will work up to this. No application related benefits will be there. So this much we discussed yesterday. So now we understood that we are going to have a uh, till year 2012, this was the process. So in 2012, SAP introduced this HANA system and they said that you can use this one on BW system. But if you are going to continue like this, then still ETL is there. So in 2013, they said that you can use the single database, this one HANA database, which is going to support for both your ECC as well as BW. So here benefit is no ETL. Benefit is no ETL. That extraction process I explained yesterday, this one. So if you are going to take this single database for both the systems, then extraction is not required. The ETL process is not required. We are having a common database for both the application. This is the only benefit you will have. Functionally, software wise, there will be no solution is there. But yesterday we discussed about a lot of complications when we are discussing about the business process. So what we found that when we are using a particular area, we have so many tables are there because system is generating different type of documents. From finance point of view, documents are there. Management accounting point of view, there. Again, customer related documents tables are there. We don't want a complicated system like this. We want a single document and a single table, so everything should be there in that particular document. Sorry, that particular table. That is what our requirement is. One single document, that is our expectation, and one single table, which includes everything so that uh, we can simplify the process. Now, if the business functions required all this, like we need COPA, asset, receivable, payable, bank ledger, controlling everything, we want a single table. So instead of having so many tables, we want a single table. So that we got once you are going to upgrade the software. So in 2013. So in 2013, if any customer, they are going to upgrade the software from old application ECC or R3 to S4, or initially that time it was simple finance. So they introduce here a new concept, that is Universal Journal, right? So Universal Journal, and that table is your ACDOCA. Now, no need to learn all these tables or no need to remember all this table, right? So instead of all this table, now we will have only one table, that is your ACDOCA table. Any business transaction coming to our mind, it is part of this ACDOCA table related to any area. It may be COPA, it may be asset, it may be bank, it may be anything. If it is related to finance, then this table will be there, ACDOCA table. Okay, so this ACDOCA table we are going to touch daily, because anything we are going to do, any business process we will do, so everything should be there in the ACDOCA table. So this is how it is simplified. Once we will, once we do the configuration, we will explore more about all these tables. Next question coming to our mind. So if everything will be their old table, if it is a new like implementation, then it is fine. But if it is old implementation, okay, that means we are migrating from old system to new system, suppose. So there are two type of implementations: greenfield, that is new implementation, and one is your upgrade project. So if customer is going to newly start the process SAP application, then they're just going to start from here. Okay, so instead of SAP ECC, now they are going to use S4 HANA. But if customer is already there at this phase and they want to upgrade to these systems, then what will happen to these tables? Are we going to delete these tables? Maybe it will be a little bit advanced for you, but let me explain. So are you going to delete these tables, the old tables, because now we have for everything ACDOCA table. So are we going to delete these tables or what? What do you think? What SAP will do with this? So previously we have some old tables are there, different documents will be there in different table. Now I'm saying that there will be one single table, ACDOCA table. So SAP is going to delete these tables.
No.
No, actually, it has introduced this one compatibility views. All tables will be there, and uh,
What is
uh,
that? What is that compatibility? For what purpose it is there?
I mean, to have the compatibility to the old system. So it will get redirected to the AC doc. Those tables
What
will be there.
what you are saying correct, but what is that? What is the purpose?
Uh,
You are
like
technically trying to
if
answer the question. Let's say I'm layman. I don't know. I'm business owner. I don't know. So what is means? What is that? Because my next question will be there when you are saying that you will have a single table for everything. My next question, but my data is reside here. So are you going to delete these tables?
no, actually, so the old programs they are using these tables,
Hmm.
so they'll be redirected to this one AC docker table.
What is that? What is the purpose? What you are saying? I can understand, but layman point of view, I'm trying to understand what is that. So is this compatibility view redirect? What is those? What are those? Anyone? Your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. But what is the logic behind it?
Pradeep, this is Jyoti here.
Mm,
So what I think is our whatever programs have been written it will be still old programs are there which will be still interacting with the tables uh, existing in the ECC systems. So we cannot change the logic of that. So the old table will be existing there, and whatever new programs or logics we are going to write in S4 HANA system, it is going to use the ACDOCA table.
mm. See, earlier we have invested on your old program. That is your SAP ECC program. So now you are saying that earlier my data was available here. Now you are saying that we are going to provide you a new database. That is your HANA database. Within this HANA database, we will get a new table. That is your ACDOCA table. And the data will be available here. But when I'm trying to run a query, for example, I need to run, let's say, cost center report. So when I'm trying to get the information from cost center, my query is going to hit this one, COAP table, as per the old programs. So these programs, when I'm saying programs, it may includes standard programs plus any customized programs, if anything we developed. Okay, so the query earlier is going to take the data from this table, COAP. But now you are saying that the data will be available in the SAP table, your new data as well as your old data. If we are using SAP since last 10 years, so we have lots of data are there. So those data also we are going to include in this SAP table. Plus regular new transactions will be there in the SAP table. Next question, are you going to discard the complete application, the old application? Because if your old query is going to run, then it is going to take the data from the COAP. Now you are saying that you don't have COAP anymore. Now the data is available with ACDOCA table. So if it is ACDOCA table, that means my programs needs to be changed. Not only the standard programs, whatever the programs we developed, the Z programs, so or any Z reports developed, so that also need to be discarded. But already we invested on that. So in every, let's say 5-7 years, you are going to come with a new application and we have to invest like this. So it is not acceptable. So that is why they said that no need to discard any of your old programs. We are going to give this new technology compatibility views or CDS views, so that your old programs will also support both your standard as well as any customize. So that is why during the migration, ABAPers, they need to create the view tables within the HANA database. This table will not be there. We are going to provide you the new tables, or these tables then ABAPer need to create during the migration or during pre-migration. So let's say this table will be v underscore COEP. Your old query is going to take the data from COEP. The moment it is going to hit COAP is not active table anymore. It will be deactivated, but we are not going to delete completely this table. So instead of COAP, we are going to provide you this new table. So your query, which supposed to take the data from COAP, now it is redirected to, okay, so it is redirected to this view table. But again, it's view table. It will not take any data, or it has no informations. Now, from where we are going to take the data, it is going to read the data from the ACID. Okay, so this is how it is going to work. So all queries will be redirected to view table, but view table, has no information. It is only having the read access. So write access only with the ACDOCA table. So data is going to store in the ACDOCA table. So this is the concept of compatibility view or CDS view. Okay, so you will find, let's take another table. For example, let's say earlier we used to get the line informations related to GL. What is that? Fag and
Pradeep,
flex.
I just have one question.
Hmm.
So you just said that so the view is just a read, right? Like, so if I, let's say if I'm writing a new custom report, or let's say like you said, right? Let's say I have an old report, right, which is updating, for example, a BSEC table.
BSEG
Now,
is still there.
yeah, okay. So
BSEG is
let's
still
say
there.
COEP table, for example.
Mm-mm.
I have a C report updating COEP table.
Hmm.
Now, after S4 migration, I mean, I mean, are we supposed to change that program as part of migration, or
Yes, you are
because
not going to change the program, you are going to change the custom code.
yeah, that's what I mean, because this is a custom program, right? Writing
Yes, custom
data
code
into
obviously,
COEP.
custom code needs to be changed. Otherwise, how the query is going to take the data from the ACDOCA table, or how
Oh,
it will be redirected.
understood. I see that. So any custom programs the customer has as part of migration, they need to,
Change it.
at least the tables that are going to be taken off, they need to be moved to AC
ACDOCA.
docking.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, now just try to get the things from the user point of view. Let's say I don't know all this table. I'm the end user. I don't know anything about this. So I'm trying to get the GL line item report. So first, let me show you the end user part. You will not find any difference in the old report and in the new report. As if for me, it is the same application. There is no change. Okay, let's see.
So Pradeep, just to ask on that ACDOCA table, right? Because I know Abacus creates serious views and all, but I noticed that when we are creating custom programs in our client, even though we have an S4 system, when we do the functional spec, we still say that, update this table. We still use those old tables. So Abacus construct a new view to do it, or was it the wrong logic in those functional specs?
Your voice is not clear. What are you saying?
So let's say if we are writing a new custom program now, um, you know, let's say I want to update an accounting document or something, right?
Okay,
So everything now has to be referenced to ACDOCA.
correct.
Um, okay.
So when right now you are going to write any functional specifications, anything, everything we are going to refer for the SAP table. This is only for the migration purpose. This CDS view tables will be created so that the query is going to take the data from the SAP table. One-time activity.
Understood.
Okay, so I'm trying to run a GL report. Okay. So what, I will use the transaction code or the navigations FAGLL03. Okay, so this is the transaction code I'm writing here, and I will take my company code and I'm trying to run the report. This is my old approach. This is my old system. Okay, so all the informations are available there. And technically, if we'll try to understand this one, that means this data, we are getting it from the Faggle Flexa because these are the GL line items and it is available in the Faggle Flexa. Now, same report I'm going to run from the S4 point of view. FA GL L03. That means no change in the transaction code. So if I am the user, for me, there is no change. So I'm going to get the informations exactly the same way. So that means there is no change in the program, only change in the table. So earlier I used to get the data from the old system, from the old table, that is Faggle Flexa. Now I'm getting the data from the ACDOCA table. So in backend, it's redirected, but for a user, there is no change. Now let's verify it, whether this Faggle Flexa is there or not in the HANA database. Okay, let's verify it. So I'm trying to get the informations related to old table, Faggle Flexa. So when trying to get the information here, let's say I will take a company code and I'm trying to get this informations. Okay, so this is my old table. So what I found here, the Faggle Flexa information or the query is redirected to the view table, compatibility view. Okay, so this is my ECC table or old table, and now it is there. It is redirected to view, and this is view table. You can see it's a view table. So that's why all the data right now, what is there, it is coming from the ACDOCA table. So if it is a migration project, then you will find that this process needs to be introduced. Otherwise, the query will not work or your program is not going to work. Okay, so this is very important area, but basically it's a technical activity. Ababas, they are going to work, but these tables are not, it will not be there automatically. They have to create these tables. There are another tables are there, backup tables for migration that SAP is going to provide once you are going to apply the sum tool, but these tables, they need to create here. Anyway, so this is not our area. We are not doing migration. So what we understood, like we have the one table for everything, that is your universal journal or this ACDOCA table. ACDOCA table is nothing but accounting document actual table, ACDOCA table for everything. And how we will use this table, we will see. Daily basis, we are going to use different business process and we will see it. Next, coming to, okay, one point I need to explain here. That is only just we are going to have this table, then it is going to help us for everything, or we have to do something. That means if the system is just we are going to have a new table, it is going to work, or we have to do something else. Here SAP, they said that we are going to shift the calculation process. Shift calculation means how earlier we used to work. So this is my database. So here all type of informations are there. So here you will find all type of raw data. Master records are there, your configurations are there, your logics are there, calculation, everything it is there in your database. And application is this one. So this is my application layer. Okay, or you can say it is processor. So if I need to create something, for example, let's say I'm trying to create one sales order. So if I need to create a sales order, so what I need to do, if you have ever created any sales order, you must notice that being user, I'm just going to add a couple of informations. So I will select to which customer we need to raise the sales order. Then what informations like what product we are going to sell, how many quantities we are going to sell. That's it. I'm not going to add any other information, or better, let me show you one sales order. So user point of view, I'm just going to add here the minimal informations. I will take here to which customer we are going to create the sales order, what the product we are going to sell, and its quantity. That's it. I'm not going to enter anything, but you can see here so many informations are updated with reference to the sales order. First of all, you can see some amount is updated. It's not like manually we are going to enter anything. User is not going to enter anything else except these three documents, three informations, three input fields. Then how it is going to work? System is going to take the information from here and it will be calculate, or it will process the data, which you are saying that your calculation. Okay, then it will take the data from here. All your raw data will be transferred. So raw data includes your pricing procedure, your all the input informations, all the master record informations, condition records, everything, and it will be processed here. And finally, the end result will be transferred to the user. Okay, so this is how currently it is working. So where is the load is? Right now, the complete load is on your processor. Normally in every system, you will find the same approach. The complete load on your application layer. Now SAP is saying that we are going to change the process. This database, which was earlier there, this is just a storage unit where we can store the data. But now we have changed the approach. Now we don't have this database right now, the in-memory platform, what we are using. It is not only going to store the data, it is capable of processing the data. So in a HANA system, now assume that this is your old system and this is your new system. This is our HANA system. So on this HANA system, we have two type of database you will find here. One you will find as tenant database, and you will find one system database. Multiple tenant database you will find, and you will find the system database. That means SAP is saying that in SAP HANA, we can run multiple isolated applications with the same hardware. That means here we are using SAP Finance. Here, SAP S4 HANA Business Suite. Here we are using CRM. Here we are using Ariba, Concur, Success Factor. So multiple different applications we are using, and no need separate hardwares required. This one database is going to support for everything. One database for everything, or one HANA system for everything. So that is why we have multiple tenant database are available. Now, where your data will be available, your permanent raw data is available within this system database. What is this tenant database required? Because you have the application is there, the previously the ECC application, and now it is S4 application. So application NetWeaver is there as it is, right? So there is no change in the application, or if you're going to change the application, then some new features will be there. So yeah, our application or our application layer is there as it is. So for this, we need the database. So this is your application. Okay, so your original data is available with this database. And for the processing purpose, earlier what we used to do, we used to take the data, the raw data to the application layer for the processing purpose. Now we are not going to do that. Okay, or let me simplify this particular diagram. This is system database. This is our tenant database, and both are part of your HANA system. So when I'm saying HANA, it is only database. When I'm saying S4 HANA, it is the business suite. So all our raw data available with this, just like this database. It's a storage unit. And for processing purpose, we have multiple tenant database for different applications. Let's say one tenant database is supporting S4 business suite, another one is for SuccessFactors, another for Ariba. Different tenant database is there. Now we are going to transfer the raw data from here to here. Earlier, what we used to do, we are transferring the raw data to your application layer. Now we are transferring the raw data to the tenant database, and that we are processing here itself in the SAP HANA database itself in total. Only we are going to transfer the end result. Outcome only we are going to transfer. Here we are transferring the raw data, but here we are only going to transfer the outcome. Try to get the difference here. Okay, so only result we will transfer. Fine. Now, where the complete load is, the complete load we have shifted from application layer to database layer. Here complete load with your processor, with your application layer. Now it is shifted to your database. Okay. If you have shifted the calculation, the processing part, if you have shifted the processing or the calculation through database, that means this one is free. So if this system or this application layer is free, then definitely your system performance is going to enhanced. So this is the benefit of another one, that is your shift calculation. This is the old approach, classical approach, and this is your HANA approach. So in the HANA approach, you can see the complete load with your database, not with the application layer. So also this is known as push down processing. That means the complete calculation, it's shifted to database. Now I will give one scenario. Suppose any customer, they are saying that we want to use HANA, but we don't want to use any SAP application. Is it possible or not possible? We did this implementation for one customer. They want to use HANA, but they don't want to use SAP application. Normally, when you are saying that SAP, then complete package should be there. They are saying that we don't want to use the application. Software we don't want to use, but we want to use HANA. Possible or not possible?
It's possible. You
How?
said you did an implementation.
It is possible. Okay, so how it is going to work? Because when we are saying that it is HANA, then it is two things are there. It is storage and processing, both is there. So we are going to consider this particular system as tier 1. Normally it is tier 3 architecture. So this one will be treated as tier 2 architecture. So in tier 1, we have the in-memory process is there. That means this is your HANA system, not S4 HANA. HANA means it is database. So this one is your database, or in fact, we will say it is not database, it is HANA appliance. So in 2014, they introduced this concept, that is HANA appliance. That means we can store the data and we can process the data. How? Just now we have seen this one. But what about the input? If you don't have an application layer, then how the data will work then? Okay, or what is the input information? We can process it here and we can store it here. So we have the system database, we have tenant database, your application will be supported, everything will work. But how we are going to enter the information? For that, we developed some applications. Okay, so users are going to enter the data to this appliance or here through the applications. So it is also possible. In fact, it is also possible they can just develop one HTML page, and through the HTML page, they can feed the data to this one. So it is possible. So here they will not get any SAP application related benefits, but processing point of view, there will be no issue. It will work.